Did you know your Nintendo Switch has a hidden feature that can completely change how you play? Seriously, it's sitting right there on your device, and yet, almost no one knows it even exists.
Most Switch owners never touch this setting, mainly because Nintendo doesn't actually advertise it. But once you enable it, you'll honestly wonder why it wasn't on by default. Okay, let's dive into this explainer.
We are talking about a massive chunk of the player base, easily 90% of players, who are totally missing out on this. It's the ultimate tool to personalize your play sessions. So, how exactly do we find it?
Well, it's super simple. Go to System Settings, head to Controllers and Sensors, and turn on Button Mapping. Now you can customize every single button exactly how you want it. You literally don't have to just accept the default controls anymore.
And the immediate value here is just insane. Playing Mario Kart? Make drifting way easier. Playing Zelda? Set up controls that actually feel natural to your hands. Even pro players use custom layouts to gain a massive competitive advantage.
Section 1. Fixing frustrating game controls.
Take huge games like Zelda, right? Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. By default, the sprint button is all the way down on B and jump is up on X. To sprint and jump at the same time, you're pretty much forced into this awkward, painful claw grip. But with system mapping, you just map sprint to a left stick click. Boom! Seamless sprinting, zero hand cramps. And you can just toss the crouch action over to the capture button so you aren't losing any functionality.
This also totally solves a universal pain point. Look, if you play on an Xbox or PC, your muscle memory screams that the bottom face button is A. But on Nintendo, it's B. Jumping back and forth is it's maddening. But with this feature, you can just swap A and B at the system level. Your muscle memory is instantly fixed, no matter what you were playing yesterday.
It's an absolute lifesaver for weird game quirks, too. Take Dark Souls on the Switch. For some bizarre reason, that port uses B to accept and A to go back. It's a total reverse menu nightmare that's going to get you killed in a game that honestly is already punishing enough. By just swapping A and B in your settings, you fix it. You can navigate exactly the way you're used to. Oh, and it's fantastic for purists who just hate change. If you played a ton of the original Splatoon on Wii U, you know jump was mapped to X. Then Splatoon 2 came out and they just randomly moved it to B. If you can't get used to that, you really don't have to suffer through it. Just hop into the button mapping, swap them back, and recreate the original layout like nothing ever happened.
Section 2. Saving your multiplayer sessions. We have absolutely all been there. You hand a tiny Joy-Con to a friend or a kid for a frantic game of Mario Party. The controllers are so small, their thumbs are slipping everywhere, and later, you check your console only to find dozens of blurry, accidental screenshots totally cluttering up your album. Well, guess what? You can fix this right now by just disabling the capture button entirely.
It's completely foolproof. You go into the mapping menu, select the specific Joy-Con they're holding, hit the capture button icon, and literally just choose Disable. It saves your system memory, stops those super annoying pop-up notifications mid-game, and honestly, it'll save your sanity during family game nights.
And speaking of hardware headaches, button mapping can literally save your controllers. If you're dealing with the dreaded Joy-Con drift, you don't actually have to throw the controller away right off the bat. You can temporarily remap essential actions away from the faulty stick, move your movement to the D-pad, or tweak the stick dead zones to counteract the drift. It's a great band-aid until you can get a new controller.
Section 3. Accessibility and the competitive edge. Now, for players with motor impairments, this tool opens doors that used to be completely shut. You can set up one-handed play presets or create low motor fatigue layouts that specifically minimize pressing multiple buttons at once. You can disable those hard-to-press stick clicks entirely, or even scale the haptic vibrations for sensory sensitivities. It actively tears down barriers and makes gaming friendlier for everyone.
Looking at the broader Nintendo ecosystem, they're pushing this flexibility even further. Imagine this: quick settings mapping. By holding the home button for just 2 seconds, an overlay slides in, letting you seamlessly swap your entire layout mid-game without closing the software. Need a completely different layout for one really tough boss fight? You can just do it right there on the fly.
What's really cool is how dynamically this scales for totally different gamers. Casual players, we use it for comfort, dodging drift, or just making things simpler for kids who only want one button to jump. But speedrunners? Oh man, they're using these exact same menus to set up complex dual-action timers, dialing in custom dead zones to shave actual milliseconds off the reaction times, and pretty much building rapid-fire macros by mapping optimal buttons right next to each other.
In the professional competitive scene, this system-level mapping is so powerful that esports organizers can actually lock controller profiles behind a pin code.
There's no way around it. This ensures total fair play and stops competitors from pulling off any sneaky, unauthorized macro switching right in the middle of a high-stakes match.
Section 4. Future-proofing your controls. We're rapidly moving toward a system where you can store up to 50 unique game profiles per user. Yes, 50. That means your perfectly tuned layout for Mario Kart will automatically load the exact moment you launch the game. No more digging through menus to swap things back and forth every time you switch games. The console just remembers you.
And looking at upcoming hardware, the possibilities get even crazier. We're talking cloud-synced controller profiles that actually travel with your account to a friend's house. Add in the rumored features for the Switch 2, like new customizable GL and GR back buttons on the Pro controllers, and the ability to map different actions to short or long presses, and the level of personalization is going to be completely off the charts.
There are even some firmware teases hinting that we might soon be able to share our perfected layouts via friend invites. Kind of like trading cards. Imagine literally downloading a world champion speedrunner's exact layout with a quick scan, or just beaming a kid-friendly layout directly to your little sibling's console over the internet. How cool is that?
So, what's the first game you'd use this on? I challenge you today. Grab your console, head into the settings, and try this out. What frustrating control scheme are you going to fix first? Let us know down in the comments, and be sure to follow for more hidden gaming secrets. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.